This is how I would play 2026. Now let's play a game. Imagine if I wake up tomorrow with zero investments, no portfolio, no safety net, just my brain, my salary, and 5 years. What exactly should I do to build a 50 lakh corpus? So now I'm going to give you an exact playbook and the same mental models I use as an ex-investment banker and as a SEBI registered research analyst. Now what I'm going to talk about is a system, phase by phase, number by number, and here's the thing. It's not complicated, it's actually just simple math. Very precise math, but simple math. So stay tuned, it's going to be amazing. Now the first thing, let's destroy this fantasy of 50 lakhs in 5 years. We'll come to that. Because most people hear this and think, is that doable? Can we do it? So let us break it down and see what is doable. 50 lakhs divided by 60 months is basically 83,333 per month. But obviously we're not stuffing cash under a mattress, we are investing. So if I factor in even basic 12% annual return, which is fairly conservative for equities, you need a monthly SIP of 68,000 rupees. Now, here's the exact question that nobody asks. What kind of salary do you need to invest 65,000 rupees a month? So let's work backwards. Financial investors basically say 30 to 40% of your income should go into investments. That means to comfortably invest 65,000, you need to earn 1.6 to 2 lakhs per month. Now, if you're not there yet, that's not failure. That's just step 0 to make 50 lakhs in 5 years. And step 0 is you have to optimize your income, not your portfolio. And I'll say this again because it's important. Your investment strategy is meaningless if you don't have enough money to execute it. So if you're earning 40,000 rupees a month right now and watching this video, hoping to find some magic mutual fund, then I'm sorry, that does not happen because the magic is in your paycheck and the savings that you do from that paycheck. So fix that first, then maybe come back and watch this video. But for everyone else, here's the playbook. Now the framework we're going to use here is called the wealth framework, right? Where W stands for wall of protection, E stands for emergency runway, A stands for acceleration engine, L stands for leverage points, T for tax optimization, and H for harvest strategy. Now each letter represents a phase and each phase has a specific set of action, specific set of numbers and specific timelines, and I'm going to show all of that right now. And this isn't some motivation BS, this is actual financial engineering. So let's look at it and check it out. Now the first phase is the foundation layer, okay, which is the wall of protection. And we will look at it from month 1 to month 6. The target in our head is 4 to 5 lakh rupees. Now before you invest a single rupee in equities, you just have to get two things right away, which is protection and runway. Now this is basically an insurance. And I know most of you guys say insurance is boring, Shashank, but you know what's not boring? Getting your entire portfolio wiped out because of one medical emergency you never saw coming. But here, let's keep it simple, right? Let's just simply take a term insurance, no investment attached to it. And a 1 crore cover comes anywhere between 8,000 rupees to 12,000 rupees in a year. In a month, maybe 700 to 1,000 rupees a month for 1 crore rupees of protection. And that's enough. Okay, so let's take a term insurance for that. That means something bad happens to you, worst case, you have that ready. Now coming to health insurance. Now, if you take a 10 to 15 lakh family floater, that would come anywhere between 10 to 20,000 rupees depending on the type of thing you take. Now, one cardiac surgery in India is 15 lakhs, 8 to 15 lakhs. One kidney transplant, 15 to 25 lakhs. So your entire year 2 progress will be gone in one hospital bill. But here's the math that actually matters. 20,000 rupees of health insurance premium versus 8 lakh rupees of hospital bill is equal to a 400x leverage protection. Okay. Now coming to E, emergency runway. Before you build the portfolio, let's put some runway into this. Now a lot of people say 6 months of runway, leave that aside. We'll go with 3 months of runway. So we will put 3 months of money, right, into a liquid fund or an arbitrage fund. If your monthly expenses are 50,000, that's 1.5 to 2 lakhs sitting in an arbitrage fund earning 6 to 7% while being available to you in T+1 days that you can withdraw. Now comes the engine. Let's start that. Once protection is in place, we start your SIP, but not at 65,000. We only start with 50,000 rupees a month. First, we will split it with 70% Nifty 50 index fund, 30% Nifty mid cap 150 index fund. Now, why this ratio? Because large caps give me stability and mid caps give me growth, and I don't have any active fund manager eating 2% of my returns. By month 6, I should have my insurance locked, emergency fund of 2 lakhs locked, portfolio value should be around 2.5-3 lakhs, and this completes phase 1 where I have 4 to 5 lakh rupees ready. Now comes phase 2, where we hit the acceleration button. Now from month 7 to month 24, we will keep a target of 20 lakhs. Now how do we do that? Here we press the accelerator. Your SIP increases to 65,000 rupees a month, but here we split the allocation differently. Now here what we will do is, we will put 20,000 rupees in a Nifty 50 index fund, because this is the foundation that has blue chips, gives me stability, all of that. We will add 35,000 rupees in either a flexi cap, or we can continue with the mid cap fund that we want. And this is where we will capture the alpha. And we will also take advantage of market cycles. And then another 10,000 that is left, here we can focus on individual stocks where we do hyper focused bets, and the maximum stocks here would be 5, because we are already diversified in mutual funds a lot. Now this last line, individual stock, obviously needs a disclaimer, and I only recommend this if you have a 5-year horizon and you can stomach at least 40 to 50% drawdowns. You are willing to do the research, like your money depends on it, because it actually does, it's your money. And if any of these don't apply to you, do not take the tension. Take that 10,000 rupees stress free, add it to your flexi cap allocation, right? And if you do this at the month 18, you should have approximately 12 to 13 lakhs ready. Now what do? Do we just sit and relax? No. We run a portfolio audit at 18 months. Are your funds underperforming the benchmark? Has your risk tolerance changed? Is your SIP amount sustainable, or can we increase it now after 1.5 years? This isn't the time to chase returns. Don't look at the best performing. It's time to just get a reality check. By month 24, you should have hit your target of 20 lakhs and you're still 40% there. Now comes the phase 3, which is optimization. And here we will take this from 25 months to 48 months, and we will keep a target of 40 lakhs. Now this is where most people mess up, right? They've built the momentum. You've done 24 months of effort, 2 years, and this is when your portfolio is growing. But this is also the time when people get lazy or get FOMO and start exiting and buying something else. So phase 3 is about precision, right? Here we will do leveraging points. Here we will look at our 70-30 allocation that we did in phase 1, right? By now it would actually be 60-40, because your mid caps would have gone up more, or maybe your large cap went up. So whatever you started in the start, that allocation is gone. So now we will start rebalancing, which means selling the winners and buying the losers. Now I know this feels wrong, but this is why it works, where we have to create a portfolio review checklist. Is any single stock greater than 15% of your entire portfolio? Trim it. Is any sector greater than 25% of your portfolio? Diversify. Has your fund manager changed from your mutual fund? Please investigate. And to do this, we will use tax optimization. Now, here's something a lot of people don't know, that long-term capital gains up to 1.25 lakhs per year are tax-free. That means if you have profits and you want to rebalance up to 1.25 lakhs, you can sell, and you do that before March and then immediately buy it back in April, you will not have to pay tax on this. And you also reset your cost of buying so that you can always change it later. Now repeat this every financial year over the next 5 years, and there you save gains that you have booked in your account completely tax-free. Now this alone will save you 60 to 80,000 rupees in taxes. That's almost 1 month's SIP, by the way. Now comes the behind target protocol. What if you're at month 36 and you only hit 25 lakhs instead of 30 lakhs? Your plan was to hit 30, but market fell or something, right? So let's understand why. First check, is it market underperformance? You have to check Nifty returns for that period. Is it a strategy failure? Maybe your funds did not perform as good as a benchmark. Was it execution failure? Did you actually invest every month, or did you screw up in 1 or 2 months? Or find out what it is. But if it's the market problem, then just stay your course, because markets are cyclical and you should just don't keep switching. Just stick to what you're doing. Automate everything. There is no excuse to this, right? Now, what we also do here is we call something known as the debt bridge, which many people don't do. Month 36 onwards, we begin bringing in a debt component. Why? Because you need to actually access your 50 lakhs at month 60. And you can't do that if on month 58, the market crashes by 30%. So the target for this debt portfolio would be 5 to 7 lakhs in debt funds by month 48. Now, this is basically your I can book my target without timing the market insurance. And if it goes down, you still have money to book and you will get that same money back. Now comes the absolute final push. Month 49 to 60, target was to reach 50 lakhs. Last 12 months, the finish line is ready, but this is where the biggest mistakes happen. And that mistakes is how do we take the money out and optimize for tax, as we call it the harvest strategy. Now, don't wait for month 60 to figure out your exit. Start moving to debt gradually from month 49. Move at least 1 to 1.5 lakhs per month from the equity to debt arbitrage liquid funds. By month 60, you should have at least 8 to 10 lakhs out of 50 into debt, and 40 lakhs should still be in equity. Now, why do we need this split? Because the debt portion is guaranteed access money at face value, whereas equity portion can stay invested for any final rally, or if it has fallen down, we give it time for it to recover as well. So by the end of month 60, your portfolio now basically has a structure of asset class, amount, purpose, everything is there, right? So you have 40 to 42 lakhs in equity. Now that can stay in the market as long as it wants. You have debt and liquid or arbitrage funds with 8 to 10 lakhs, which is immediately accessible if you need it, which also acts like your emergency fund now. And finally, your target of 50 lakhs is finally achieved. Now, I know you saw this whole video, and this was basically math, precision, and risk management. It was nothing to do with any other thing. It was pure playbook of math. But everything goes wrong because of one single thing. And I'll tell you what that is. That is the psychological playbook. Now, everything I told you so far was math. Math is easy. I can do it on an Excel sheet. The hard part is your brain, because there are 4 things that will actually destroy this portfolio. Number 1 is, Shashank, you know what? All good. I'll start next month. To be honest, next month never exists. You have to do it today. If you don't do it today, you will lose 1 month of compounding. That's how I look at it. And best thing to do is automate everything so you don't have to use your brains. Auto debit SIPs for salaries. Whenever your salary comes, T plus 2 days, auto debit goes into your SIP. Link your investment account and salary account. Remove the decision-making process from the equation. The best investors aren't the disciplined investors. They've just automated the discipline so that they can forget about it, right? The second barrier is market crash panic. Now, all this is great, but in a real life scenario, in year 2, market crashes 25% and your 18 lakh now becomes 13 lakhs. Now, a lot of people stop SIP, and that is the worst thing that you can ever do. They will say, stop SIP, sell everything. I knew this was a scam. This is always horrible. Mutual fund sahi nahi hai. The right response is, this is discount month. My 65,000 SIP now buys more units than how it was buying in the past, because it's all about collecting units for month 60. And if you're not investing for 5 years, you want something to go wrong in the next 2-3 years, right? If I'm investing for 5 years, I want 1-2 years to be bad where I collect more units. And that's why also we built a debt bridge in the end. So if things go wrong, my mutual fund portfolio is collecting units, but this is also there for backup. Now, year 3, you have 28 lakhs, you're ahead of schedule, right? Now you have this temptation that, Shashank, paisa to ban gaya hai. Let me go buy a car. I've done a really good job. I want to get an EMI for a car. I want to get EMI for a house. And now your entire thing goes for a toss, because now your SIPs have decreased, the market crashes, you're not able to collect enough, and now you go back into the old trap of getting stuck. And the last thing is the comparison trap. And I know all of you guys have this, because your colleague would have made 10 lakhs in options trading. He would have invested in one FOMO stock, power stock, solar stock, and made 100% return. And you're like, what is this nonsense? I'm sitting at 10% returns. Now his strategy has a 90% failure rate. Yours has a 90% success rate, because he's gambling on luck and some, right place, right time. But you are playing purely on math. In fact, as you know, SEBI's own data says 90% of retail investors in F&Os and options lose money. You just don't hear about them because they're not on Twitter. They never come and show off. But you stick to your process and you will build wealth. There is no if and buts about it, because it is pure, simple math. So let me leave you with this. 50 lakhs in 5 years isn't a destination. It's a proof of concept for you guys. It also proves you can earn at a certain level, delay gratification, execute a plan without emotions. And once you've done it, and you do it once, you know the system and you can do it again. The 50 lakhs becomes 1 crore. The 1 crore will eventually become 2 crores. And that machine will keep continuing. You never have to sell this money. Because if you need money, you can always give this as collateral, because this is an asset. You can give it for your bank and take loan to buy your house, but never sell this to buy your house, right? But it all starts with your first SIP, the first automated debit, the first no to a lifestyle upgrade. And I've given you this playbook, right? The math, the framework, the psychology. The only thing that is left is execution, and that is on you. Again, if you found this useful, hit the like button. This is me, Shashank, signing off. Take care. See you guys. Bye-bye.